So another great lineup ready on the grid again here at Pukekohe for the Castrol BMW Raceseries, the E30 class. We've split them into two classes from qualifying, the faster group and the second slower group. Mark Babb leads this field off the start, although Paul Olsen's got around the outside. Joining me in commentary, reigning series champion for the E30s, Todd Pellerman. Todd, great start there from Paul Olsen.
Yeah, it's good. Paul Olsen's in a 318 and Mark's in a 320, so the 318's got off the line really well there.
This field working their way through the S's to Castrol. Lap number 1. This is the second race of the weekend, of course. And the entry list here at Pukekohe is up near 50 cars. This class just continuing to grow.
It grows every meeting, Jamie. It's just gone ahead in leaps and bounds from 2 years ago.
Down to the kink, lap number 1. Babb going to the outside. Under brakes, pretty even under brakes to the hairpin. Just going through some of the dust on the inside of the corner. Paul Olsen doing a good job here to hold off the 6-cylinder car. And that's something that we've seen over the last couple of meetings. With the changes applied to the 4-cylinder cars, they're far more competitive than they had been up against the 6s. Yeah,
there's a huge difference now, especially with the weight as well. So the 320's handling starts to go up after a few laps. So hopefully we'll see some changing in the lead as well.
So down to the line, lap number 1 it is. Paul Olsen with the lead again. Babb's going to have a look down the outside into turn 1. Not the easiest place to pass. Olsen holds on to it through to the S's. Now, Todd, we've seen these cars at Manfield. We're here at Pukekohe this weekend. Two very different racetracks. What's the advantage of trying to get around here at Pukekohe versus, say, Manfield?
It's all about entry here, Jamie. Nice and smooth onto the back straight. The faster onto the back straight is going to give you more speed at the end. So that's what we're looking at. Also, drafting comes into effect as well. There goes Mark now, so it's a perfect example.
On board with Paul Olsen, so Babb's just got the advantage now. And Olsen there, he just caught a bit of the curb on the inside of the hairpin, and that pushed him wide off the exit.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work there, Jamie, with the resealing, so that's sort of roughed up a bit over the Saturday, so that's also coming into it as well.
Great shots on the onboards, and you can just see how physical Pukekohe is, especially for these cars, because basically, again, they are based on road cars, and so many of these cars get driven home after the race.
Yeah, they get driven to the track, home from the track, so now this is, as I say, it's a great class for people wanting to get into the sport.
64 going through shot there. That is Brent Allen.
And he's also in a 318, Jamie, so you've got a 320 and 318's right up there, so it's, as I say, it's getting really competitive.
I can't believe how competitive this series has been, especially this year. Even if you start a little bit deeper in the field, the faster guys like Mark Babb in the handicap race, the finale for the weekend, they are struggling to crack inside the top 10. As Allen goes down the outside, that's car 40, Stephen Lawrence, he's just gone by. Good side-by-side battle off the hairpin. Good close racing here at the moment, Todd.
Yeah, it's good, and all these guys, as I say, it's, you know, been a little while into the season now, so they're each giving people racing room, which is great to see.
69, Greg Simons in that group as well.
Got Marty Irvine there in the Takapuna panel beaters car, so he's going really well this season as well for his first season.
So Mark Babb down the front straight at Pukekohe. Down towards the bumps into turn number 1. What's the best line down into 1? Because each year we see the track just continues to change.
Yeah, it does change, Jamie. The best thing is to come down and just hold it in the ripple strip right the way around there, and then just get the car steady for the next turn. What you really want to concentrate on here is getting onto the back straight.
Back on board with Paul Olsen. He's chasing down the race leader, Mark Babb. Olsen won the start. Little bit of breathing space there for Mark Babb out in the front of this race. He is the championship leader. Finished second to you in the championship last year, and he's a pretty good racer.
No, he's done a tremendous job. Like, His car's fantastic. He spends a lot of time and effort with everything, so he really deserves on where he is today.
Just looks like Paul's struggling a little bit there through the hairpin, but he's actually made some time up there on Mark Babb, so it might be a slightly different line. He's pretty aggressive there, but it seems to be working for him at the moment.
Yeah, you'll see also, Jamie, as I was saying, the 318's tyres won't be going as much as the 320 also, so be a factor.
This. Side by side up over the top of Ford Mountain. They're still side by side down over the start-finish line.
He goes 3 wide with Greg on the outside now, so see if he can hold it there on this one.
And they're going to go 2 wide, down into 1. Simon's on the outside. That's not where he wanted to be. It's cost him a spot at least. Did a good job, though, to clean it back up through the middle of the S's. Holds on to the 4th position. So that's Stephen Lawrence just in behind. Marty Irvine making up the top 6 at the moment in the 54. Scott Sampson's back there. Mike Ashton in the red BMW E30. So this is a good first up race. Mark Babb with about a second advantage. Here's Simons to the outside. That's Brent Allen on the inside in the black 64. So would you say the 318's being a little bit lighter? They've got some braking advantages, especially at the hairpin?
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of advantage. These guys will be braking around the 70-metre mark, 60-metre mark, where the 320s are having to pull up anywhere between 100 and 90 metres. So, yeah, there is a difference there. These guys at the back are doing a great job. It's racing the whole way through the field. It's just look how competitive the front group is here too.
They are all over each other. Sampson and Ashton running there. I think that's Rob Barrington-Smith just going through in the 34. This is 75, David Farmer. 99, Ezra Orr just in behind that bright red car. Just in behind Ezra. That's the 2 of Richard Brocklehurst. Relative newcomer to the series. That's Andrew Nugent's old car, Todd.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's been campaigned for 2 seasons, so they're going through the ranks. Same as number 75. That's been campaigned for 2 years, so it's David Farmer's first season too. So he's doing a great job up there.
Fastest lap of the race, a 1:15.281. Marty Irvine is the fastest on the racetrack in the 54. This is Mike Ashton. Scott Sampson battling for position.
That's a 318 versus 320 with Mike being a 318. So.
Just emphasising how close this series is between the 4s and the 6 cylinders now. It is great. Ashton, he's a little bit animated there in the cockpit at the moment. I don't know if he's saying hi to Scott or not, but they're going to try and go side by side up over the top of Ford Mountain again. Sampson on the inside. That's sensational. No panel rubbing whatsoever. Mark Babb is your race leader. Back on board with Paul Olsen, chasing down Babb for the lead. Oh, just got the back of the car sideways a little bit through into Castrol.
You can see Paul's trying really hard. You can see Mark using Mark as braking points also. Mark's probably trying to conserve his tyres and that now with the heat and fatigue happening too.
Car 41 going through shot, that's Dennis Huser. One of the many BMWs out there this weekend here at Pukekohe. The race meeting organised by the Historic Racing Club. They're working hard on the brakes at the hairpin. Paul Olsen, he's got his mirrors full of race cars. What sort of tyre life are they getting out of these cars?
They are getting around about a season on these tyres, and they're using them both for wet and dry, so tour has been fantastic for these guys.
There's the checkered flag. Mark Babb takes the first race here at Pukekohe on Sunday. Paul Olsen in second. Great finish for the Miners. Scott Sampson wins the battle ahead of Mike Ashton. So it's Babb with the win from Paul Olsen. Brent Allen third, Greg Simons fourth, followed by Stephen Lawrence, Marty Irvine, Scott Sampson and Mike Ashton.